bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast NewsMakers.
Well, I'm glad you could join us, and we are talking to someone right now who has a job I've never heard of before, a bird whisperer. And his name is Michael Cox. He's the founder. And you rescue exotic birds, ones that have been mistreated, abused, whatever.
Yes, sir.
And this actually is a kind of profession that you've created. It's amazing. It's amazing. How did you start this, Michael?
The way that I started it was one day I went out to a place that has birds, and they had a bird there, an African gray. And this African gray was deemed insane due to abuse. So what I ended up realizing was I walked up to the bird, and within about a minute and a half, the bird flew off the top of the cage, flew right onto my chest here, put its wing over my shoulder like this, and laid its head right into my neck.
And said, "I'm cured?" No.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds fantastic, but I spent 3 years on an Indian reservation as a child, and I learned that all things are entitled to be treated with dignity and with respect. So what I found with birds is that they are so incredibly intelligent and feeling that I found a way in order to take and communicate with them, and the way that I do it is with heart. I've had a number of people contact me and ask me, for instance, well, what are your techniques? How do you do this or do that? And I simply explain to them that every bird is an individual, just like everyone that you and I know is somewhat different. So we can't take the same approach to each individual as we would someone else. So I find that basically the easiest way for me is I relax my spirit, I relax my heart, and attempt to combine the two and have the bird feel this. And once it's there, the communication is set up, and it's pretty much a no-brainer. You know, it's
Okay, so I know you work with the Humane Society, right, and other organizations,
yes, sir.
right, to help them and recover birds that have been abused. But do you look at the bird and watch its actions for a while? I mean, if it sits in one place or it flaps its wings, or I mean, how do you determine what the problem is?
I can
just walk up and say, "Hi, partner," and let me talk to you. I mean, how
I
does that
can read
work?
a bird in a heartbeat.
Really?
Yes, sir. And I think probably it has a lot to do with, as I said, taking the time. If a person takes the time to get out of their own head long enough, the all about me type of thing.
Sure. Me.
Exactly.
One of our favorite television expressions.
Indeed.
Yes.
And you allow yourself to listen to the spirit or the intelligence inside of another living thing, that something happens after a while. There's a communication that's created here. I've always believed that there's an unspoken language, that living things around us that's constantly going on. And there's a few of us from time to time that become privy to that. In other words, if you'll take and notice that all living things other than human beings seem to get along and work together without dialogue, it's a natural order of things.
Yeah, I think that anyone who is watching this right now might say, well, what does Michael say to the birds? Is it what you say or the tone? Is it like when you talk to a dog, they don't know the words, but they understand if you're mad at them or if you're loving them? Or does it work the same way?
No, it doesn't, because it's
totally different.
It has nothing to do with language, my technique.
Yeah.
I can go up to an animal or up to a bird, for instance. I don't have to say anything. What I rely on is the combination of the spirit from the bird and the spirit within myself, that unspoken language, to create trust right from the get.
They can feel that.
Yes, sir. They can feel it. I can feel it. And once it gets to that point, the trust is automatically evoked. There's so many situations that I've come upon where I'll just come up to the bird. I won't say, "Oh, nice bird," or "Oh, you're really pretty," and the bird's freaking out and all of this. I'll just simply walk up to it, and within a few moments,
It quiets down.
you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Because I do it with heart.
Well, you know, Michael, I believe that. I believe you for it. You know, as a matter of fact, our crew quieted down quite a bit when you came in. It just got very calm. Nice to have you here, Michael.
Thank
Michael
you.
Cox, he's founder of Bird Whisperer, and you will see his website, and he rescues exotic birds and birds that need help, and I think that's a very worthwhile thing to do. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.